So this is something I started on some time ago, and it you'll see I'm going to come to a part that relates to something I've already presented, I guess it was 2 weeks ago. Anyway, early stamp subjects, you all know this. They were kings and queens or political leaders like presidents, or in the case of the US, it would be Benjamin Franklin, who was never president, but he was a political leader. Coats of arms, decorated numerals, mythic figures such as the Greek gods Ceres and Hermes, and mythic animals like dragons and double-headed eagles and so forth. But commemorative stamps began to be issued in the 1890s, and non-commemorative sets issued for ordinary postage with landscape views. And a number of countries did this. To me, these are some of the most attractive stamps. This is a set from Bosnia-Herzegovina, issued during the period when this territory was controlled by Austria. So you can see these are clearly Viennese production, beautiful engraving of borders with scenery from Bosnia-Herzegovina. There's most of the rest of the set. The high value has the emperor Franz Josef. I don't show that one. Now this is the reason I brought this up today was that 2 weeks ago I showed a cover that had some Turkish stamps used during World War I. They were older stamps from the 1890s and the early 1900s with overprints with a star and crescent. First, there was the six-pointed star, and then because of a belief that this was a Christian symbol, they changed it to a five-pointed star. But anyway, these were the stamps that they couldn't get because they were printed in London. This was a 1913 set. To me, these are some of the most beautiful stamps ever issued for Turkey. They were Turkish stamps, but you know, they had contracted with this British printing firm to make them. And then when the war broke out and Turkey allied itself with Germany, the Central Powers, they couldn't get their stamps. They ran out and couldn't get any more. So then they resorted to that overprinting that I described. Now, I mean at some point to give a more detailed presentation about these, going into what's shown on each stamp. I have a very nice book, really a thorough presentation about Turkish stamps and postal history by a man named Andreas Biren. And he shows pictures, photographs of the locations depicted in these stamps. The first one, the 2 para stamp, is an obelisk, which is a famous landmark in Constantinople. Then the 4 para is something called the Pillars of Constantine. This is some sort of a remnant from the time when Constantine was emperor of Rome, and this was his capital. But I'll go into that in detail next time. Here are some more stamps in this set with various views, mostly views in Constantinople, various mosques, the ship there, pride of the Turkish fleet, the 2.5 para stamp, or 2.5 piastres. The orange and green one is a location called the Sweet Waters of Europe. It's a river that flows into the Bosphorus from the European side. And here are some more. Once again, the high value of this set, which is by far the most expensive stamp in the set, shows the Sultan rather than a landscape. But these are more. And so stay tuned, and next time, perhaps if I have time, I'll do the presentation that shows the photographs and describes these various sites.